Good evening and welcome to What If. I'm the host Jostein and I'm waiting for Josh. Not sure if he has if it's slipped his mind or if it's just a little bit late or what is up. But hopefully he'll be joining us very, very soon. And until that time, how are you all? Let me just welcome Husky, Rachel Andrietta, Heidi Wiegert, Inner Tuition, hello, Mindy Ferguson, hello, Helen X, hello, Sister Brian 44 Thomas, 16, and Finn. Welcome to tonight's show. It's not going to be much of a show without Josh, so hopefully he's not far away. Is there anything anyone wants to say? Anyone wants to come on? You know, we mentioned it before, we're open to having people on joining us, like with picture and the whole shebang. If you have something to say, something to share, you're more than welcome. I can start talking about one of the things I wanted to ask Josh today, because I was, I mentioned before I have some issues with my teeth, and since I've been kind of trying to study a little bit and trying to find out why there is such a apparently individual. Some have good teeth, some have bad teeth, and apparently it's not. Also, I know people who are not as healthy as me, but don't have any problem with the teeth. So I was. First and foremost, I'm interested to hear about you people who are here and on the journey, if you have had issues with your teeth. I know many have. I had a talk with Jostein yesterday, and he also experienced some issues with his teeth. However, I came across some information saying that teeth issues often come from the inside, and that was something totally new to me. So even also, however much one brushes, apparently that won't make a difference. If it's during detox or if it's continuously, I don't know, it's new information to me. Have anyone experienced something like that? I'm asking because like I said, I have bad teeth. I'm in the process of evaluating the possibility to get some of them or many of them changed, actually, like to crowns. Some places I have pulled some teeth because I don't want the root canals, so some implants will be needed, and then change for the crowns. I don't know, I hope it's that called crown in English. In Norwegian it's called kroner, so I guess hopefully it is. But anyway, this is where you grind your original tooth down and you put on a fake one. But if it is so that the issue is coming from inside, then how will this affect a crown, where you have grinded down your tooth to a minimum or exactly enough or whatever, and then the crown is on top? If there's issues there, I would guess that could be, I'm just curious, I'm searching for information like we all are. Probably not too many people have deep insight in the tooth issues. Heidi Wiegert is saying, you were talking about testosterone the last time the last time, what is the best natural form besides eating raw, whole food, plant-based? Good question. I'm not the fountain of knowledge that Josh is. That's why he's joining me here to answer mine and your questions. However, Josh has sky high testosterone levels, and he's just eating the raw plant-based. What causes the what causes the testosterone levels in men, like adult men, to drop? Is a big question for me as well. I have heard that it is when the body finds itself in a poor state, it evaluates itself to not being able to handle the high testosterone level. So it downgrades to actually manage. I don't know if that's true. It's a theory, at least. But this journey is amazing, and it's not frustrating because I have this comfort and trust in that everything is exactly as it should be. So there's no issues, but one hopes to get wiser and wiser and having more and more knowledge and being able to answer everything, but Socrates is claimed to have said that the only thing I know is that I know nothing. And and the funny thing is, I actually came to that conclusion before I saw a meme claiming that Socrates should have said this. So I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think about anything. But with that, you get humble, at least. So I've spent years, I've said it before, I spent years arguing, discussing, claiming, and thinking that my perception is the one. I have understood it, or something, whatever. But with this knowing nothing, you can easily let all those things go. And that's, for me at least, big relief in itself. So for me, it's been a part of the process, taking me to where I'm very comfortable in not needing to know everything. And yeah. And isn't that where we want to be or go? To a place where we're not searching too much, like finding somewhere where we can find comfort and relax and just be. Finn says, yes, it's great. I find to not have expectations for outcome with truth. Yes. With expectation comes you'll be let down if you have expectations often. Roger saying alkaline equal balanced, and the body produces the right hormones in right amount. Acidic out of balance, and yeah, that's the root. That's the that's the expectations equals attachment. Yeah, and leads to disappointment. But definitely, Josh is always talking about balance, and balance in every aspect, I would say, but this is the big one, the body composition of alkaline and acidic. So yes, I would guess, back to the testosterone, when one is acidic, I guess that I believe that's the root of, if not all, most ailments, and probably the reason why, if the body should choose to downgrade some levels of some important hormone like testosterone, is probably the reason why. If we should believe the claims that we are supposed to get to a much higher age than what we are doing today, then we can't have testosterone, the one of the main, definitely the main male hormone, but one of the main hormones, at all, turning off or turning down at the age of 40. Let's say, to be a bit modest, let's say we're going to be 120. I would assume that we are better off with the testosterone level for a few years more than that. Because of my, let's say, imbalance, I got testosterone gel on prescription, which you apply to the stomach, and or somewhere where the skin is thin, so it's easily absorbed. And all I can say is that for me, that change was quite profound. I did mention, I think last week also, that, and I can't see no other reason. I haven't heard about it before, but from coming from a place where I was low on that, and knowing how my mind was working at that time, now to kind of, I pulled up the fighting as an example. From before, I couldn't stand watching, UFC fights or boxing, or like, needless violence, but it's martial arts. Somebody will probably argue that, but it is what it is, right? And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm just saying, with the higher testosterone level came an acceptance of, not that I didn't accept it, but I think you know where I'm going. The bar was set higher for where my limit was to violence, let's say. I've never been violent. There's not a violent cell in my body, so that's not the problem, but it's an interesting observation, at least. And not the most important one, because there's a lot of well-being and it's the male hormone. It's a very important hormone for a male. I come from, I've said it many times, so, I've come from the bodybuilding world, and I'm alone with the kids, so probably will just be disturbed more than once, but that's okay. Where was I? Hormone, testosterone, very important. That's all I can say. Yeah, have to go so deep into it. I can't see anyone else having teeth experience. So let me just look at what I was thinking of. Normally Josh, sends a message or lets me know if he's late or if there's something in the, yeah. Okay, so we'll just keep on going for a while and see if he shows up. If not, we'll just cut it short. Probably the best since I'm alone with the kids and they also need some attention. My wife went to with the girls to a getaway, much needed. Okay, one of the questions I wanted to ask Josh was, we talk sometimes about that there's a grand plan. If one believes that or not, that's up to each and every one. But if there is a grand plan, like we make a soul contract before we came here and everything, right? Probably the reason why there's such a thing as astrology and horoscopes and everything seems to have a way of working somehow. And then I thought, like, okay, if there's, I don't have any answers. Just to say it one more time, it's just you're just contemplating. He probably thinks it starts the same thing as last week. Yeah, I did tell him that I got the time right this week, so well, maybe. Where was I? Yeah, if there's a set plan, set storyline, do we then, in that plan, is our time of death set? And if it is, because if it is, then does it, yes, I know this is putting it, all out there, but of course, a good diet, a healthy life is, for many reasons. But what if the time of death is set, and then how much does it really matter what you do? I drove by. This is why I started to think about it, because I drove down to town the other day, and I drove by some of the towns. What do you say? Let's say it like it is: alcohol addicts. They always stick together, and they are easily recognized. However, I noticed this one woman, and she's been that way all my life. Like, alcoholic. The only positive thing I can come up is that she gets a lot of fresh air because they're mostly out. They're still alive. If you drink alcohol every day of your life, dead drunk every day of your life, for probably alcoholic before I saw her for the first time, she's very old. What's the deal? You hear about people smoking 80 a day and they get to be 100. Just questions arising. I'm curious. I don't know if anyone else has thought about it, but yeah, do we have an expiry date? Yeah, I don't know. I know nothing. Tyra coming on. Hello, ex-family. I'm sorry to inform you that we are missing the main character. I'm sorry, I'm not much of a entertainer. I can't come up with some, I know nothing. So that's all I can tell you. But let's see that. I'm gonna see if anyone has, any comments to what I'm saying, just please mention something so I can have something to play on, because I'm not a solo. I'm not much of a solo project. Oh, thank you. I wasn't fishing for compliments, but Bonnie and Rachel Andrea, thank you very much. I know I'm perfect. Everything is. He didn't answer. But I know that their experience in Alicante has been a bit touch and go. There's been some complications and some issues. Nothing serious with any of Josh, Michelle, or Neo, but with there's some traveling companions that have had some issues. So let's see. What do you think of bodybuilding and fruit? Most of the people that I see that look really cut and big eat protein even when they're vegan. Your thoughts? Yeah. I'm not questioning Josh. Never in my life I would even dream of questioning Josh. I have full, complete faith in Josh and what he's done and what he's doing. I can just speak from myself and my own experience. And what I've experienced is that I have started training and I've started gaining some weight, but I did, as I mentioned, add some potatoes. I want to give you a tip for amazing potatoes. If you have an air fryer, then you've probably done it already. But cut the potatoes into fries and just take them in the air fryer for about 25, 30 minutes, depending on how much potatoes you have. And just once in a while, you just shake the drawer so that you can loosen them up a little bit. But they're amazing if you make a avocado guacamole dip. Wow. And I've been having some eggs and sometimes some fish. And all I can say is that for me, I feel that works a little bit better, but it doesn't take away the fact that I believe that fruit is man's food. Like I've said it before, it can't be, it has to be that easy. It has to be that easy. But yeah, but the issue or the problem we have is that we are scattered all over the world and we are getting our fruits from the other side of the world, sprayed, harvested early, and not as it should be. So I really tried. I tried to eat high amounts of fruits and train, and probably if I've been more diligent, maybe lacking some virtues, I would probably have a better result. Maybe if I had the diligence to wait and just be diligent. That's what I was looking. So yeah, that's my experience. I have, like I mentioned, I had a chat with Jostein yesterday. We did experience a lot of the same. That's not the smoothie ice cream that kid is eating. So not my proudest moment. This is. I also noticed that in my experience, suddenly there were coming information. Yeah. Jeg kommer snart. Kan ikke se om vi klarer å finne den selv. Okay. Ja, det er bare å flytte de over. Okay. Hvis du klarer, bare dytt de ordentlig inn i. Lukk døra. Sorry. I have noticed, because it shows up in my YouTube, that, and we had somebody asking if we could have this Mangotarian, now Meatarian on here to discuss with Josh. I actually reached out to him and tried to set it up, but he never answered. He went from, he'd been two times 7 years, 2 runs for 7 years on raw vegan and fruitarian lifestyle. And now he switched to meatarian, also carnivore. And then, you know, it makes me think, I don't think he's right. What kind of a level of acidosis will that bring? You know, probably giving a feeling of, well, I don't know. However, why it has to, like, if you're coming from a fruit diet and you skip to the carnivore diet, isn't there somewhere in between? Maybe we're talking about a lot about balance, but I don't know. I know nothing. So, or I don't know if anyone has seen this guy, Vegetable Police. He's also doing everything under the sun in diets, you know, skipping from one to the other, and I think now he's, last time I saw a video of him, he was doing 1 meal a day, like around 1 o'clock. Big meal, consisting of many things, whole food, claiming to feel good. So yeah, I don't know. And then let me see, Bonnie, that was your question. Quit smoke. Brian says he quit smoking 5 days ago, was causing severe ascension pains and could feel the frequency drop. Okay, did you then quit smoking weed, or did you quit smoking tobacco? And what was the quitting causing severe ascension pains? And you felt the frequency drop, or was, yeah, please rephrase if you can, just I didn't, but yeah, quit smoking, at least tobacco is not never a bad idea, I would think. And then Syra has a bit same question like Bonnie Hall. I think I answered it, or at least my, what's your thoughts on needing protein to gain muscle? Is that why you change your diet? It's not why I changed my diet alone. Like I said, I guess you heard the other chat they had, and I you know, I had to be honest with myself. Again, I'm not questioning that fruits is our food. I believe that wholeheartedly. It resonates with everything in me. But then again, you know, along the journey, I always have had this feeling that, and I brought it up with Josh many times, and I know, and I believe him when he said that it's still the best option. But you know, if the fruit's lacking seeds, it's not organic, then what else can be expected to be lacking? You know, does it have all the essential amino acids even? I don't know. What I found was that I was lacking in B12, D3. The testosterone had nothing to do with that, I believe. I was tired, fatigued, just walking up a small hill, my legs was heavy. And yeah, I wasn't was by no means feeling optimal. So now at least it has to be, I probably did put in too much things at the same time. I should have been more patient and taken one thing and one thing and one thing and see what it led to. There was B12 injections, there was the testosterone gel, D vitamins came with the summer and the sun, adding the eggs and the potatoes, and so there was a lot of changes. But at least I'm feeling better now than what I did. Again, I think Diane saying it here, I saw a comment, it seems this is just another part of your food journey to be experienced, all is well. And that's it, right? It definitely is. It's perfect. It's perfect. So I'm not questioning anything. If I'm on this journey now, in this, let's say, this rabbit hole of the journey to get some kind of disease or something, I don't know. I had a few days last week where my body was aching. I wasn't sure it was from training or if it was something else, but it's kind of a, aching in the skeleton. I've seen Very Police a few times. He seems always very honest about his experience. Yeah, he seems honest, and he does. He tries it out. He sees how it works for him, and he makes decisions. The thing I'm thinking about is that maybe it's not such a quick fix. What if it needs to be a process that's spread over a longer timeline? Me and Jostein talked a little bit about that yesterday, and like if coming from a completely Western diet, having a sweet tooth and all these things, and jumping into this journey, maybe it was too much too quick. I don't know. But again, I'm not questioning it. It's perfect. Maybe I needed that those 2.5 years to, and I haven't been like on the straight and narrow the whole time. I have had some experiences, let's say, along the way. I've been mostly telling about them in the Q&As, X-Fams Q&As when I had them. But I believe wholeheartedly that everything is a process. And it's never a good idea to speed things up too much, I believe. I don't know if anyone heard, I maybe mentioned it last week with Josh, but yesterday at least with Jostein, about this Sunfire Genesis. When he explained, he had, I don't know if anyone ever heard about him, tattooed guy, looks like a gangbanger, was on this Free Melon Society with Eli Martyr or something. And he was going on and on about how much pain and suffering and a struggle it's been for him, like almost discouraging people from doing it because you don't want to do it because it's hell, I think, and I don't know, man. Is it? I've kind of personally found comfort in in choosing the path of least resistance. I don't wish anything to be, to the point that if I'm doing something and I feel resistance, this is something I don't want to do. I don't do it. Call me lazy if you want, but this doesn't stop my life by no means. It's more, how do you say? It's more. It has more content than any time before, and I'm not doing anything besides just being on the on the journey and following the path. So it's all exactly as it should be. At least that's my take on it, and where I find the comfort and peace. But of course, I'm sure it's just another phase. Now I'm here, soon I'll be there, wherever there is. But I'm pretty confident that looking back on my life is how I can say that I'm pretty confident, at least for me. There seems to be a tendency that God, universe, source, creator gives us what we need to do what we're meant to do. And sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I have to feel this with something. So looking back upon my life, I can say that there's so many instances where I have done things not me, let's say. And when I say me, I'm talking about this lump of meat, or something that a previous version of me would not have done. But I haven't, previously I wasn't maybe not aware enough to see that I'm changing, but whatever. To me, it points to the fact that you'll be given whatever you need to do what you're meant to do. So in me, suddenly finding first Charlie Freak. All of you know Charlie Freak. And via Charlie Freak, I landed or came across Josh. And for me, Josh resonated more than Charlie. So that's kind of where I ended up, and joining the X family, which I never regretted. But again, starting this journey that took something, that took a strength I can't say I've had before. So where did this strength come from? Where did this willpower come from? All my friends, family, saying like, how can you possibly do that? How can you, eat fruits and juice? And how they don't understand. They're like, not possible. And I guess I would say the same before. However, it wasn't difficult. It wasn't even difficult. It was quite easy. For those who has done it, the 3 weeks of juicing, and it takes will and it takes determination, but again, not as much as you might think, at least for me. I don't know. Please give me some feedback. I don't know if you have been like, do you feel like you've been struggling through those weeks, like it's the worst thing you ever done, or did it go pretty easy? I'm curious, because for me looking back, it wasn't easy. However, now, and there is where I can start thinking, okay, have I given in? Have the ego crept up and taken a hold of me and taken me back? Or is it just because where I'm meant to go on my journey, I'm being divinely guided, right? I believe that I'm divinely guided, and where I'm meant to go, I will be led. Because I'm not meddling in my own life. I'm not standing in my own way. I'm not thinking. And you all know what I mean by not thinking, because hopefully you are be back. Hello. Hello. I'm not sure if I'm on or not. Probably if somebody can give me some feedback. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm live or not, but if I am, there was some technical issues. I lost all connection to Wi-Fi. And probably it's meant to be. I was thinking maybe to keep on going till 7 if case Josh come on, but it will anyway be a bit late as I was planning on doing a 1 hour show today, even with Josh, because of the kids. Okay. I'm just gonna say thank you and goodbye, because there's doesn't seem to be okay. If anyone sends me a message, if anyone's here at this time, just send me a message to let me know you can see me. No. Okay. Bye bye.